Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. All yours. Come again. I may have... for ya.
Twin side.
Well met. Many thanks. You're welcome anytime.
Do you see that too?
What is it? Please, just make it stop. Make it stop. I'm scared.
It's all right.
Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want...
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, feel this won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Titan! A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning, but I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the... It's a fucking... Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning, and while the choices I've made may not... I know, for so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, when it should have been our decision all along. Now, but in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be...
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. You are no ordinary outlaw. I never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in the...
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. We will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of...
I'm flattered. And I have other... What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that so? And would he...
Of a different kind.
I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this.
I shall.
My lord Marquis, your lord uncle bade me escort the field marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate...
Very good.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin. Good girl.
Yeah!
I can walk from here. Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll... Go on, then.
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, the Field Marshal has agreed.
Of course he has. I didn't doubt...
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde. They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he asked if I might have a solution.
One of your...
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his.
Another outlaw? Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little, but luckily I...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle-axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new... And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the... Now, I must be getting back to... Join us there at your earlier...
Of course,
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than... My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
Perhaps I might suggest, though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work. But I'm sure that you wish to continue. Two such firm friends as yourselves. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great...
Us?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the...
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep the man...
Criminal? How... You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor we wish simply to bring stability to the realm, and to do that we must convince those in power, the generals, the states. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some if we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a... Citizens of Valisthea, Well, my boy, the stage...
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of yours. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. I want you to keep this signed accord.
I will.
Ready, go? Unwavering will. And an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. Perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with her.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then,
Onward.
and to a new beginning.
It's over! It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle. It was only left at all. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype. Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me.
Oh.
A silver chocobo.
Oh, or maybe not. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, clean near some gutted hovel. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but...
We'll see.
Just because the heavens have gone to record really doesn't mean we have to.
Oh, dude, you've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone.
I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, no one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is, they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocolate?
I deal in fruit. But if it's fancies you're after...
Was a silver chocobo?
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the first. A silver chocobo sighted in the hill. Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Tracks. They're not left by bandits, Fredje. More tracks. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. Just borrowing a... Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they... It's still here. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger.
You two go on without... I doubt that boat will hold.
If you're sure. Hop in, boy. place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of pudding, but without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
It was no trouble.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals, where in the hell?
It's a long...
Right there on the road to Eastpool.
Everything up there's been the empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have...
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool. They'll find a new home, after all. That's what... Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their... And now all that's left is to...
I didn't know you could cut.
Reckon there's a lot like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a saw. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit.
Don't speak too soon.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting...
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to you.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is...
Wrong.
Go on. It's... beautiful. Did you make it?
It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the... I mean, a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family, too. Oh,
I thank you,
If there's anything you need.
I will.
Fancy a swift off.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are, after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too.
You may have had...
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks.
I know.
Do you think they'll come back?
Say what you will.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
Aw, you make it sound like...
Tell me this...
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a one. And a cogwheel. Just gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent.
Wait, the children... When they took apart... Now that I think about it, They... Didn't you?
The young'uns? But why would they... You know what? I'll keep working on the model. You go and...
Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children.
Sid!
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working on...
A new invention? Is it an egg?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say...
Oh!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of pick.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling all the pieces that are left over we keep under our beds.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more pot.
That's all for now. But I'll let...
Thanks, Sid.
Has Nidderdole mentioned a new project yet?
Well?
They did. And they kept it somewhere.
Will it work?
What exactly are you going to use?
Only the most The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right well... That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a trip. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that, and I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shot.
First the skies, then the crystal.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but since
I suppose it's not.
She doesn't think she...
And that's why we need to remind and to let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever, how to do that. When last we were truly close.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on it, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride...
To see the snow daisy. It was the first time Father had allowed us to... And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boy.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we... It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say...
Then it seems you and Jill have...
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it...
You're saying I should go and scout the area?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually...
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
Has nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but... it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows what... find snow. Daisies.
Say what you will. Maybe Karen's...
Oh. What brings you?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. I reckon both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
Right.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilefeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows.
And how might I help the garrison today?
The garrison did away with posting guards here at the wall. Now any man, woman or branded can pass. Haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed fiends of late.
Perhaps you haven't been looking hard enough.
Do be careful.
I will.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Look, brother. You see them? I do. The flowers and our friends.
Blizzard! Farewell.
What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
That was harder than... But found her. She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Clive. Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that.
Jill.
There is?
It's, not here. Now, I know... How would you fancy a trip to Aura?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill?
How could I? You saw me crying and thought a change of... In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noble. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal... No one thought to ask me what I was nothing to them. A pawn.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
This be Mickelberg.
You deserve a rest. These people aren't. And the village seems safe. What is going on? Ah, heed the call. No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him. What are you doing here?
It is my home.
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. This village, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle water.
Give them.
Oh, Lord, let free us from...
They want to be... Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably...
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me.
I am Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to...
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But you have seen them at their prep. They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord, with a praying night and day that they might be rid of their... Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes. Serve him with all... I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but... And so I would see it through, see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord.
You do understand what that...
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills, and I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord. But I must... Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what... Beneath the flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Damn it! Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
last saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Mark, I am glad...
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world.
A noble, and it matters not, only that we live according to the teachings of our, for better or...
But he didn't die for your creed, and you still believe that what he...
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will. The ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who they died serving my house. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the book of my lord. The greatest honor of my life, though our duties may differ, and were they here, my fallen brothers and sisters.
Are you buying or selling? A fine choice. Of course. Anything else? Come again.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Faster!
All right. No need to ride from here. The There were no guards at it.
None manning the gates. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with the cash. If Chadwick was being held here...
Don't give up hope just yet. Let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Locked up tight. So this place was no... And I doubt they'll have taken the creature... Minimal loss of Waluda lives. Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than the... They were feeding bearers to it. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs. But I did find...
I know. I've been reading. Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? They're not just those who could fight, but And those who wouldn't,
I'm afraid it means...
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key. But it...
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. Finish up here.
All right.
That's better. Let's see what we can find down here. Survivor. She sounds close. There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards, they're still here. Everyone else was eaten by...
Of course there were.
Thank the Fount.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must... What?
He fought the monster. He must have sent you. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he?
Chadwick.
Was that?
We have to get out.
Doris.
All right. You put that bear...
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers. Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick. You
Come on. We have to get her back to that.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
What will it be today? Harpocrates knows of the toll.
Whether what he hath.
Godspeed.
Clive, coin purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Ready, girl? Another of the Royalist's guard dogs. Specimen of his too. Nice try. Blizzard!
No match for you, eh, Torgal? Good girl. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make, but by one means or another, it's...
Then I'll have to politely I won't let you...
Then we find ourselves very well.
Let's see, shall we?
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out, it tells the shameful history of the persecution. Would you say that this interpret?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, so let me answer for. There is no correct. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about. Come on. Faster! This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. That's better. Disposed of. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried? There's something hidden among the root. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a And where is the architect of... It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to... Vivian, I found it.
Even though I asked this, I fear the exact...
I met with and I convinced. He told me something, that the truth is just a matter of collective, and that if enough people believe a lie...
It does, But it also means that the truth is not provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their has the sad history.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author. She was a heretic, you see. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the... And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm... I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, and that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at...
Do you still feel that way?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather... But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the out. So if you'll permit me, remember, Clive, when enough people believe, give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth.
I'll try, Vivian.
I hear that did you by any chance recover?
I did.
If the bearer... The director was a brutal...
The registry was all I found, but there was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened.
I pray that all their names are here. My friends. I can still remember children who were taken from their bunks. No explanation.
They'd be happy to know that you survived.
But why did I make it out alive?
It's not your fault. See that their names live on. That way, at least.
I'm going to write a book. All of Valisthea, and in the name of those...
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Best of luck out there, Sid.
It's usually me making demands of help. Swordsman Harpocrates.
Ah, yes.
You spoke of making amends with Dion.
Then I should begin by telling you that this was some years ago, of course. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and to supervise, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. Alas, our time together was cut short. When Dion left, I had not expected to meet with him again.
Have you spoken with him?
No, His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, but as you say, that was Ultima.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it. It is one of my greatest regrets, that I own when what he truly needed, the blame for Dion's transgressions, lies.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way.
Then I beg that you bring me. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poison... Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which there is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flower... Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier...
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Not here. Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Be safe.
as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose. That's better. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. This might take a while. No need to ride from here. Harmon's madness lives on. Rest in peace. Guildman.
You did?
I think I did. You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not?
Oh,
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompany?
No. It is...
No. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpock? No. Not after everything I have taken count, all because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crime, but were I to meet with him again and see in his eyes what I have become,
then that is all the more retest your resolve.
I must, at the very least. Very well, then.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him, not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant...
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why? These flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. And...
What's this?
A stolas quill, or more precisely, it is said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those so consider this, that one day...
Well, when that day comes, thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my...
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
First the skies.